Hello friends, welcome to our channel. My name is Debbie and I work with my husband Mark to refinish, repurpose, and restore. And today I'm going to share with you some ephemera that I have found on 268 Park Street, as well as give you an update on the second floor kitchen, which is looking really good in my opinion. I'm also going to share with you some of the finds that Eric found as he was taking down different layers of the walls. So with that, let's get started. The first piece of ephemera that I want to share with you is a newspaper article that Mrs. Patricia Glaza shared with me. Mrs. Glaza is the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gardner T. Sands, who the house on Park Street was built for as a wedding present. According to the article, Dolores Howard of Montague, Michigan collects things, not unlike myself. And if one collects things long enough, one will sooner or later run into either something valuable or unusual. With a pillow she purchased at a Pentwater auction in 1950, Howard got something unusual. But the curious aspects of the pillow were not revealed until some years after the purchase. The pillow was covered in a material that was quite frayed and contained lettering expressing some sort of endearing sentiment to a loved one. Because of the pillow's time-worn appearance, Mrs. Howard decided to remove the covering. Beneath on the pillow itself was a very interesting photographic imprint on a very old discolored muslin of a large two-story home with a woman sitting on the porch, two children sitting on the steps of the porch, and another child perched on a bicycle. The article goes into the historical perspectives of the house up to the time that the article was written, when the home housed apartments. Mrs. Glaza added to the story, saying that she had tried to purchase the heirloom from Mrs. Howard, but she wasn't interested in selling it at the time. Lucky for Pentwater, though, Mrs. Howard did donate the pillow years later to the Pentwater Historical Society, where it is on display today. This is a picture of the original completed house in 1894 before any renovations. We got this picture out of Oceana County Historical Homes book from the Oceana County Historical Society. Up until the pillow was found, we were not aware of any modifications that had occurred between 1894 and the major renovations prior to 1929, when Mr. Gardner Sands died. This pillow ended up with the view of our house that gave us some additional perspectives to earlier renovations that we had not been aware of. As you can see, on the right-hand side on the second floor, there was another room added. This modification was the building of a cedar closet in the master bedroom. Back in the 1800s, they didn't do closets as a general rule and used wardrobes instead. At some point, the Sands decided that they needed storage, and they put in a cedar-lined closet off the master bedroom. You will also notice that there is another porch entry on the left side of the house that we were not aware of. This disappeared during the major renovations in the early 20s, when they added 5 feet to the upper and lower level of the front entryway and rooms during the major renovation. As a reminder for those who have just joined our channel, this is a view of the front of the house before we bought it. And this final picture is of 268 Park Street today. Well, I'm standing outside the door to the kitchen, the upstairs kitchen, and we're ready for our next reveal. Oh my. I'm speechless. Ceilings are painted flat white. My walls are painted my favorite green. This is where the cupboards will actually be in the backsplash. You can see where the bottom cupboards will hit backsplash area, and then top cupboards. This is where the dishwasher will be. We've got hot and cold water. We've got the vent. We've got the gas line for the stove. We've got our switches, the electrical outlets. Not sure what that is. We've got our canister lights. We go around here. The door has been widened so you could get like a large refrigerator through it. This is where my counter will be. This is where the refrigerator will be. That outlet is for the water for the ice machine. It's got a canister light there, as well as outlets. I will insert a picture of what it used to look like so you can compare. My beautiful Pentwater brick chimney. Looks like they've done a couple of things to plug it up. Again, more canister lights, outlet lights, outlets, and the old window. So we're still waiting for the new window. We found out some unusual things. Number one, when we talked to Sherwin-Williams about our paint, we couldn't get semi-gloss because they aren't making semi-gloss in their factory because they don't have enough people to make it. So we had to get satin. They said satin is just as washable. And flat, they have no problem making that. And then as far as the window goes, again, there's issues in regards to the factory, enough workers to actually make the windows, so our windows are out a ways too. So it'll be looking like that for a while. And then there's our floor, our beautiful floor. And the floors will all probably be sanded at one time. We'll just kind of clean them up and do rugs like we are doing downstairs, just to protect them until we get them sanded and resealed. But wow, what a transformation for this room. And there is for all of the ductwork. And I will have a nice lamp there. So it is definitely looking like a kitchen. What do you guys think? I shared with you in an earlier video that I keep pieces of the wallpapers that we're able to salvage, the linoleum, the carpet, so we can kind of see the different layers of the house as we have been restoring and renovating different areas. So this was the wallpaper that was in that kitchen area. This most likely was the wallpaper from when it was a servant's room. And then this wallpaper was what was on it from the 80s, 90s, when it was an apartment. And then it was painted a lovely maroon. And then this must have been the very first wallpaper. Notice it has a burlap backing. This actually looks like it was the most original. And then he saved these for me. I'm not exactly sure. I think it says 34 feet, white. Have no idea. but it's probably talking about the wood. And then this is really cool. Sands and Maxwell, Pentwater, Michigan. So this was actually printed on the lumber, and this had to be from the when the house was just initially built, because Sands and Maxwell was out of business by the time they did the second edition in around the 1920s. So this was a nice surprise to find also. Restoration not only restores the house, but it also restores the home and its story. And this story has been growing for over 128 years at 268 Park Street. Please remember to subscribe, comment, and like, because we create these videos for you, and we want the content to be what you are interested in. And with that, we will see you in our next video. Bye.